What about pointing what out? Just, for example, the news is pretty fluffy these days, and it depends on where you get it. You could go to a hardcore news source, and you know what that's going to get you? That's going to get you hardline rhetoric for the left or the right. Yeah, this is what I need. Something to divide us. Divisive dialogue. Just fucking great. That's hard news, huh? I don't think so. You know, there's a cyberpunk science fiction author. Perhaps you've heard of him, Bruce Sterling. He wrote some. Yeah, I'm almost done with dystopia. I'll leave you with something positive, and that maybe you can check out. So, like, or if you're familiar already, I'm just preaching to the fucking choir. Oh well. I've been known to do that. At any rate, at least they listen. At any rate, the author Bruce Sterling, he wrote my favorite book, The Artificial Kid. It's basically my favorite book. It's like a life to live. That's my best version of life right there. If I could be arty. But he also wrote a book called Islands in the Net. And Islands in the Net is about a journalist. And boy, do they go on a major story. It's a real page turner. It has it all. And if there were actual journalists like that out there doing their job, you know, that would be pretty cool. You know, Julian Assange, that guy did a lot journalistically with like WikiLeaks and using the internet, like, and you have your stances, I'm sure. Some of you kids might not even remember the name Julian Assange. I personally know Julian Assange. I mean, not like I didn't meet the guy, but I used his work way before WikiLeaks. This is Packet Storm Security, based out of Purdue University. I guess that's where it started, right? Come on, Wikipedia. It's Purdue, right? It doesn't have anything about. I mean, it could have been Rutgers. I don't fucking know. It was 1998, for fuck's sake. It was cutting edge at the time. All you had was like the bug track, the packet storm, and like security focus. And like, I guess you had the black hat sites like the millworm, the root shell. I don't think root shell. I think that was more gray hat. Rootshell.net. Um, you know, but the white hats, they were going to packet storm to see what the black hats are up to. And security focus, it was the same thing, but with a little bit more dialogue, a little more journalism. Yeah, they did their own in-house writing on, you know, security matters and, you know, what needed to be done at the time. And Bug Track, that was just a free-for-all. That's just like anarchy. Like your average mailing list. Like Major Domo is in charge there. But Packet Storm, they should have what I'm looking for. It's a zip file. I'd rather not have to. I guess I'm probably going to have to download whatever I find, because even if it's a C source code file, that typically gets down. That MIME type gets downloaded by default usually. Class B. Let's see, what's the oldest one they got? Further down the list, it gets older. Okay, we've gone from 98 back into 99. Looks like 98's. Wait a minute. 99? I thought I saw 89 for a second, if you can believe that. Okay, so we found our old copy of Strobe. So version 1 of Strobe, what about it? I don't know, maybe you know this, maybe you don't. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just reminiscing. You know, I trusted Julian Assange Implicitly? Well, hackers they have a reputation for being pranksters and pulling shenanigans. Kind of like being troublemakers. But usually it's because they're trying to stir things up because, shit's always been fucked. And, what about it? Yeah, I trusted the guy because I knew who he was. When the media started talking about him, I had some experience. I think this is a good example. Oh, I don't even think his name's on the credits here. No. Maybe he added his name uh, further, maybe one of the later versions. Let's see, this is pretty far down the line, I guess. Ironically enough, the first time I ran Strobe, I was using a Mac. Power Mac 8100 100. Feels good to be home. Here's the README. That's a good starting place. David Lawyer. This ain't the same program. Yeah, it's not supposed to say Class B at the end. Come on, Packet Storm. I'm looking for Strobe. Do you have strobe.c? That's what I'm really looking for. No. Yeah, alright, let's go back to Google. I can't believe Packet Storm let me down. I'm so old school. Packet Storm's as old school as I am. It's right up there with like what? Freshmeat.net, Slashdot, stuff like that. Oh, there's Purdue University. Oh no, it's a security risk. I thought I changed that setting. You know what? I think I reinstalled the OS since 2 days ago, probably. Oh, it's here on GitHub. I don't have to download that. That's nice. There. Ta-da. So maybe you knew that. Maybe you knew that. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. But it's pretty hard not to trust a programmer that contributes open source code to the community. Like that's practically altruistic. I think that might be the dictionary definition. You're contributing for free to the community. What's not to trust? You're not some money grubbing weasel trying to exploit me. You're really just trying to better things for free. Kind of like what I used to do at the TV studio. Yeah. 1995, 97. So I guess somebody ripped off the name Strobe. Or maybe David was paying homage to Julian. That could be. Profitsuburbia.net. Yeah, that's it. It's just a run-of-the-mill TCP/IP port scanner, and it's fairly lengthy. Like there's quite a bit of there's a few algorithms in there. It's not the biggest hack job I've ever seen. It could use a little more commentary. Like right here, it says remove possible ambiguity, or with the \n, the new line character, then digit. So yeah, he's doing printing out some stuff with the sprintf, and that's a string secure printf. It's a string formatter version of printf, right? I know this. Just like I know the name of that machine in the control room. Shit, anyways. Could really use an assistant sometimes, but it's okay. Yeah, so that's that. And then it goes a while, no comments or nothing. Da 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 da. Oh, recursively build directory hierarchy starting at the leaf. That's cool. Directory hierarchy? Directory of what? We're just scanning ports here. Like all it does is report on what's closed, what's open. I'm not sure if it does filtered, like firewalled or for any other. For all intents and purposes, you don't have access to this. Try again later. But if you're on the internal network, you do. Filtered. So I don't know where the directories. Maybe it's for outputting the logs, because I think Strobe had a log output feature, and I suppose you could output it to a directory. I don't know. Let's see. See, the documentation could have been better, but still, it's a nice little port scanner. One of the earliest ones that I know of. I mean, the Robert T. Morris worm was like, what, 5 or 6 or 7 years prior to this? I think it was 88, the Morris worm. So like 7 years prior, you probably had to hack your own port scanner. You had to like write one. And that's cool. But when you do things like that, you tend not to release it publicly. And then the world doesn't grow, it stagnates. Yeah, me opening my big fat mouth and freaking out in front of you, I'm contributing to the stagnation. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it, because I see a lot of memes, mental memes. Kind of like that anti-Semite on Reddit earlier, the one that I kind of made fun of. You noticed I said, oh, you took Western Civilization 101 too. Congrats. Yeah, you must have got a better grade than me, because I only got a C, and I can't tell if you're blah blah blah, you anti-Semite. Fuck off. I'm basically being not a nice guy and not a dick. I'm just merely pointing out the flaws in their logic. They're just repeating the same garbage that gets repeated everywhere. It's like a mental meme. An unconscious one at that. Unconscious mental meme. It's like it's only conscious to a certain degree. It's like they're consciously aware of what's coming out of their mouth, but the mental process that led them up to that point is pretty much automatic, with very little critical thinking involved. What I'm saying right now, this ain't automatic. Well, not all of it. Like, trusting Julian Assange, that's a little bit automatic. That's giving him the benefit of the doubt. Alright? That's probably the lowest level of trust you can give somebody. It's giving them the benefit of the doubt that they're probably a good-intentioned person. That's usually what you're doing when you're giving the benefit of the doubt. It's like that. It's not like you're loaning them your golf club set. It's not like they're borrowing your car. It's not like they're asking for your daughter's hand in marriage. It's like you're just giving them the benefit of the doubt. That's not much. It's a pretty low grade of trust that I'm pretty much willing to extend to just about anyone. That's probably why I get ripped off, like scammed. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I grew up where everybody was suspicious of hackers. If you knew how to hack suspicious if you know how to pick a lock. Hell, man, people suspicious of their own spouses. Everybody thinking everybody's cheating on each other. They're suspicious of their own children. Thinking that they're ditching school, getting high, joining gangs. It's not very productive, is it? Giving the benefit of the doubt is far more productive and far more cooperative. Being suspicious is a very competitive mindset because you're trying to stay on top. What you believe is right, you're trying to make sure that everybody else is adhering to what you believe is right. It's a very dominating, controlling, and somewhat competitive way to live your life. if you give somebody the benefit of the doubt, you're not exactly concerned about getting ripped off, screwed over, or otherwise maintaining control. Like you're just basically going along and cooperating like a decent person. It's true, man. Just listen to that Elvis Presley song "Suspicious Minds" and tell me what you get out of that. Pretty good little chunk of C source code, huh? Lots of structures and you know what it lacks in comments, it makes up for in structured code. You know, like good indenture. The Python, they make that mandatory now. So that's how they did away with that sloppy code practice and problem. Structured code. Yeah, man. Seems like he knows how to think. Yeah. Journalism. Okay, anything else? I don't know.
Why do you keep getting the ugliest people pissed their heads off?
What was that?
What? What are you talking about? It makes sense.
He called you guys ugly.
But first you have to learn how to enunciate. How to get your words and form sentences. Those in first grade. Line 1.
Fucking trolls, man, right?
Hey! Hey!